Hi everyone! I just bought the ingredients to make my lamb dhal, which is one of my family's favorite recipes. And as a dietitian and a busy working mum, you know that my cooking is always wholesome, but super easy. For this particular recipe, everything cooks in one pot. How much easier can that get, right? Anyway, I like this recipe because it has a whole host of wholesome ingredients. I got lentils, a whole host of vegetables, herbs and spices, and I'm using Aussie lamb. Over in Australia, the lamb is free range and grass fed, which makes it leaner and more tender. And it also doesn't have any growth hormones or any added additives. Okay, what say you? The sooner we start cooking, the sooner we all get to eat. Okay, let's start by marinating the Aussie lamb with a little bit of garam masala and some ginger powder. Mix it well and marinate it for at least about 30 minutes. If you have the time, you can actually marinate it for longer. Sometimes what I do is I marinate it overnight and I keep it in the fridge. I marinate it overnight. For the dhal, I'm using chana dhal. I like it because it cooks very fast. So all you have to do is just soak it in a little bit of water. Just cover it with some water, soak it for about 30 minutes, and after that you just drain it, discard the water, and it is ready to cook. So now what we're gonna do is I'm going to heat up the oil. Once it's gently heating up, but not too hot, we're going to put in some cumin seeds. Just gently toss it in the oil until it gets nice and aromatic. Once it's nice and toasted, we're going to add in the chilli, some sliced red and green chilli, and my chopped yellow onion. I cook it for a few minutes until the onion is nice and translucent. Now that the onion is nice and fragrant and translucent, let's go and add in the minced ginger and the chopped tomatoes. And then cook it until the tomatoes are nice and tender. Okay, looks like the tomatoes are nice and tender. Go ahead and add in our herbs and spices. Put in my turmeric, garam masala, my cinnamon stick, and chili powder. You can add a little bit more chili powder if you want it to be spicier, but this to me is just right. Mild, and a lot of the children will like it as well. But if you like it with a little bit more heat, go ahead. And now I'm going to add in my marinated Aussie lamb. Aussie lamb is high in iron and zinc and omega-3, which is a healthy fat. The iron that you find in red meat is actually 4 times higher than in chicken or white meat. And iron that you get in the red meat is easily absorbed by our bodies and is needed for red cell formation, our brain health, and also play a very important role in the growth and development of babies, toddlers, and children. Now stir it well so that every inch of the meat is nicely coated in our spices. And finally, we add in our soaked dal. Stir everything, get it all coated in our nice spices. Add in water. Stir it, and now what you do is you just let it gently simmer and braise until the dal is tender and the meat is tender as well. This particular cut of the Aussie lamb that I'm using is the shoulder part. So it's got some bones to it as well. A little bit of bones, so that adds to the nice flavor. Okay, so now just let it gently simmer on a medium-low heat. Now, when it is almost 3/4 done, carrots, and some long beans. Just cook it a little bit more until the carrots and long beans are nice and tender. Once it is all ready, almost cooked, our final step is to just season it with a little bit of the salt. My advice to you is always taste it first and don't add too much salt all at one go, because then you can't do anything about it once it becomes too salty. Just add a bit as you go. Now that it's done, it's time to serve it up and eat. There you have it. One final touch. A little bit of chopped coriander. And this is how I usually serve it up. Sometimes either put rice or with roti. And of course, a nice large side salad. So here you go. Told you it was a super simple recipe, right? So I really hope you give this recipe a try, everyone.